Hi, welcome to the Unscripted podcast with Mikey.
And Danny.
Yep, so today we're just going to yap a little bit about how our weeks went. And yeah, Danny, you mentioned you took a little trip to Maine.
It's a little bit of a, yeah, apparently we both had a bit of a vacation trip. So I earlier last week went on a trip with my mom to Maine.
Oh,
We
dude.
took a Chinese bus tour. So it was with like many different families. I think there was like 11 tourists in total. So not such a huge group, but yeah, it was a nice trip from New York
Mm,
all the way up to
yeah,
Maine, and we,
and
stopped at different sites along the way.
mm,
So it was an interesting little venture. I just got back.
yeah, that sounds super fun. What was your, I guess, favorite spot that you went to, and how was the bus ride there? I assume it was pretty long because New York to Maine is like
Oh my
four
gosh,
or
yeah,
five hours.
it was like 11 hours of driving each way. Yeah,
Oh
it
my God.
was it was a lot. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, huge kudos to our tour guide. I mean, he's just like a workhorse, just does not give up.
Mhm,
Yeah, I mean, we started on Wednesday
mhm,
and we came back late Friday evening. So, it was 2 full days of just nonstop driving.
mhm,
But Thursday was quite nice. We kind of just stayed in Maine
mhm.
and, did like some fun activities,
Yeah.
looking at different natural wonders of Maine. We went to Acadia National Park, which is I mean this beautiful, beautiful park
Mhm,
um in Maine along its coast. And yeah, it's just such an amazing like kind of natural beauty. It was I loved it. On the way, we stopped by at various different locations along the coast of New England. So we actually drove through Rhode Island. Um, but yeah, we stopped at actually no, we stopped at the Breakers. I don't know if you are familiar.
the Breakers Mansion in Newport. Like you managed to, that's crazy.
Yes.
That's,
Yes.
did you get to go inside as well and see all the
We did a
different,
tour. Yeah, we did a
ah,
tour. We had 1 hour
mm.
before we got back on the bus.
Mhm,
It was a very tight schedule, but yeah, it was wonderful. Just seeing apparently it was the Vanderbilt's summer cottage, quote unquote. And I say that ironically because it's like a huge, huge mansion.
mhm.
Apparently Cornelius only went there for 4 seasons. Fun
Oh,
fact. Yeah.
interesting.
Well, he passed away from a stroke at like I think 50 something.
Mm,
So, all that work and wealth accumulation really got to him, I suppose.
I
Maybe a life
suppose,
lesson to us all, don't work that hard.
yeah. Take life at a more chill pace. Don't
Yeah,
overindulge in
yeah.
work.
I think once you have enough for like two mansions, it's like you're good. You're good.
You're you're
Just,
set. Yeah,
let your successors take care of your family enterprise.
exactly. Exactly.
So yeah. Um
Yeah. Do they have Christmas decorations up already, or was it like,
No, no,
oh,
it
okay.
was like yeah, it was just getting chill. I mean, talk about a change of weather, by the way. It just got so cold this week, the past two
Mm,
days. But
mhm.
I guess it's nor'easter, but yeah, it was the Breakers was fun.
Yeah.
Um and then what else did we go? So yeah, it was Breakers, um and then yeah, I guess and then we drove to I think that was the first day, just the breakers. And then we drove to our little hotel in Maine.
Mhm.
Shout out to the Comfort Inn. It was a
Yeah.
really nice, I mean, it was a small hotel. It wasn't, a like multi-star hotel, but it was really comfortable and relaxed. And I appreciate
Mhm.
that they had a pool.
For sure.
But yeah, I'm trying to like document all the places in my mind of where we went, but it was just so quick, I need like the photos to really help. But yeah, we explored Acadia National Park.
Mhm.
right afterwards, we saw all the different like locations. We saw Jordan Lake, which was really beautiful.
Mhm.
And then we went to like an Outlook Point. We went to Thunder Cove, which is
Mhm.
really also really beautiful. Sad that there's no sandy beaches though. I mean, I suppose there were in some parts, but sand isn't really a key um, attribute, I think, of like the beaches in Maine, or at least that
Yeah.
park in particular.
Or at least in New England in general, a lot of the beaches are a lot more grainier and rockier than I guess like
Yeah,
yeah, beaches further south. So
I
yeah.
guess that's why the Hamptons is so like sought after. There's sand. There's actual
Mhm.
sand.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Mm.
So yeah, I'm trying to like think about where else we went. Again, it was such like a so yeah, we went to Acadia National Park and then we went to this famous Maine lighthouse, the name of which I'm forgetting.
Mm.
Yeah, the
I
site of
don't.
like various movies.
Mm.
And then yeah, and then the third day we went back and we stopped at this like wine warehouse in
Nice.
was it Providence? No, no, no. Was it Rhode Island? It was the smallest. Like it was like it was there was no sales tax. So I think that was sold to us like, oh, you can buy a lot of
Oh.
fancy alcoholic spirits with low sales tax. Um,
Wait, there definitely, at least from my knowledge, there is a sales tax on alcohol. But maybe
okay.
was it, were you in New Hampshire or like in one of the, I
Yeah,
guess, okay.
I think I was. Yeah.
I think New Hampshire makes a lot more sense because there is
Mm,
0% sales tax on all, I think, like goods.
I see.
Um, so
That's
yeah,
amazing. I should live in New Hampshire. Actually, no. Well, I like living in New York, but
fun fact, you can if you ever order, I guess like Apple products, you can contact, I guess if you have friends in New Hampshire, you can ship it to their place at 0% sales tax.
oh my God,
And
I gotta hit up my college roommate, Doug.
yeah.
Shout out to Doug. I haven't chatted with him for like 10
Yeah.
years. I'll
Hey, can
definitely
I
use him for that Apple purchase next year.
exactly. It does save a
Mm,
lot because I think the Rhode Island sales tax was like 7%. And
crazy.
I think recently I bought like a new MacBook, and Delaware is also another one of those states that has 0% sales tax. So yeah,
Damn.
it's if you have friends there, definitely hit them
Oh
up.
my God. Everyone, if you want lower sales tax, also write your assemblyman right now.
Mhm.
You know, I
Yep.
recently wrote to my assemblyman in New York. And I told him like, hey, like, I really disagree with the tax policy. Apparently they write the tax legislation. They have the power to change the tax legislation. Fun fact for everyone, I didn't know until I chat GPT the information. And the guy actually wrote me back. He's like, oh, that's interesting. Like I'd like to schedule some time for a chat. This is
Wow.
before I went on vacation, so I haven't replied to the email yet. So I might schedule some time to have a phone call with him.
Yay.
You know,
Yeah.
he
No,
actually
that's
anyways, going back to the trip situation. Yeah. Oh, we went to Salem on our way back. Oh, I
did you
forget. On the way to, we also went through Boston. That
mm-hmm.
was fun. We saw the view,
Hmm.
like the Prudential building. It was like a. I saw your alma mater. Actually,
Okay.
well, I won't. I won't.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Damn.
Yeah, the view is great.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. What else? Oh, Salem was fascinating. It's like a real life Halloween town. Like there's just people dressed up, and it was
Mhm.
like 3 days ago. Like I was like, what are you doing? Like this is not Halloween yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's it's always Halloween over there, I guess.
Mm.
Just people in witches costumes and like all these like monsters like Freddy from was it Freddy from the guy with the claws?
Oh, I don't remember what the name of the, was it like the game? Five Nights
No,
at Freddy's? No, never mind.
no,
Sorry.
it was like the guy that like comes up the monster that comes up in your dreams and tries to kill you.
Oh, I don't have any, I guess, nostalgia or memory
Yeah,
of such a Freddy game.
yeah. Some Nightmare on Elm Street, the guy, the main
Oh,
character there, the main
mhm.
villain there. Is it a villain if
Interesting.
it's a horror movie? I don't know. Anyways,
Yeah. I don't know. For me, when I think of like Salem, I think of like Halloween Town from Disney. I don't know
I
if you've
mean,
seen that.
that's pretty much what it was. Like
Yeah.
we went there. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, very fascinating. I mean, wasn't really my cup of tea. I wasn't like super into it, but it was fun to take some photos and just see all the people getting ready for Halloween, which, is a huge event in New York City for a lot of folks,
Definitely.
for a lot of
Yeah.
sub communities. I'll leave it at that.
Mhm. Yeah. Um, did you manage to see, I guess, the fall leaves as they were, I guess, changing colors or?
That was one complaint from a lot of the tourists when we were at Acadia Park. They're like, I don't really see any red leaves. Like I'm really like, what can you do about that? And the tour guide was like, well, there's nothing I can do. We can try to drive a little bit further north. Apparently, on the north side, when there's less like sun facing plants or flora fauna, there might be a little bit more red. Um, yeah, it wasn't as fall um esque as I guess a lot of the tourists wanted it to be, but I mean it was so beautiful. Like it was just such a like you have the sea, you have lakes, you have beaches.
Mhm.
Yeah, and you have mountains and so it was and you have beautiful hiking trails. Oh, it was jam-packed with tourists, people from like all around the world. I heard Russian, I heard, Chinese, I heard just different European languages. I heard German. So it was jam-packed even though it was like a Thursday that we were there.
Yeah. No, that sounds
But
super, super exciting. To
yeah.
just interact with a bunch of people from different cultures. So,
It was nice, I have to say, to like, I mean, I feel like everyone should go on an Asian bus tour. Like, go on, find a Chinese tour company and just sign up because you get to see so many different places. I mean, it is a bit of a like an extreme sport in terms of, having to get up at like 7 a.m. every morning and then having to like, go out, stop at various locations and then you have to go on the next one and so on and so forth. But you get to cover a lot of ground as a result. And so next time that you want to take a more leisurely sort of at your own pace kind of travel trip of some kind. You kind of know where you want to go and where you want to stay and all that. So that
definitely.
is something to consider. But yeah, Maine was great. Oh my God, one of the ladies asked me to buy her some lobster ice cream while we're at Acadia National Park. I was like, oh, I was like, I don't know, this is like something that you'd want to eat. And she's like, well, every place you got to try the local cuisine. And I was like, I don't know that that's like the local cuisine of Maine. So we
Yeah.
went to this ice cream shop and yes, I was shocked. I was almost a little embarrassed asking because I was like, there's no way they would put lobster in ice cream, but apparently that is a thing.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
it was vanilla ice cream with like little chunks of lobster meat, like ground like blended into it. And it was fascinating. She gave me
Yeah.
a little spoonful. I decided to get strawberry because I was like, in the spirit of lobster ice cream, I'll just get something that looks like it.
Mhm.
But she insisted I have a spoonful for lobster ice cream, and it was interesting.
Yeah.
I probably will not get that again, or get that again, but it was interesting.
Did you try other delicacies like the Maine lobster rolls or?
Oh, I didn't get the lobster roll, but I did have the lobster, um,
Mhm.
like the just in like the actual shell, and you crack it open and stuff. It was
Mhm.
good. I mean, I'm more of a crab kind of guy. I prefer crabs and
Yeah.
lobster, but I mean, hey, if you're in Maine, and I
Mhm.
would say it's pretty fresh. It was like locally caught. I will say the vibe is really nice. I feel like the people of Maine are really kind
Mhm.
and respectful and chill. Versus like, people in New York City, it's kind of known to be a little bit more intense and, people are a little bit
Yeah.
more I wouldn't say rude, but just like more direct about what they want out of life. But I feel like it's nice that, there's like people with more chill vibes up there in
Definitely.
Maine.
Yeah. I
So
don't know if this has anything to do with it. Obviously, I love going on tangents, by the way, but New York City used to be a Dutch colony, right? Like, and the Dutch
mm,
used to, or I guess the Dutch. tend to have a culture of being more direct. So I don't know if there's any influence from, I guess, like
What
Dutch
about
culture.
Maine? Where do the European settlers originate from in Maine, do you know?
England, right? Or at least like,
Oh, interesting.
yeah, I don't know. So I feel like there might be different social ties that,
Yeah.
have eluded us today, but in the past have had a major influence on the way that we interact. Who knows?
Fun facts, like I heard of, the people of Kentucky are also from England mostly.
Hmm, interesting.
Anyways, random
uh,
factoid. Um,
yeah,
but yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, Maine. Maine's fun.
man,
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, I wish I could have stayed longer. I mean, it was just like I just feel like hiking through Acadia National Park would have been amazing. Um,
yeah, for
to do
sure.
it proper, like, with, um
Yeah.
maybe folks that are a little bit more like athletic, or not that the people that I was with, but these sort of tour buses, they're more geared towards, I think, older like Chinese people.
Mm,
So like, people who are like retired in their 50s and 60s and 70s.
yeah.
So there was a little bit more, we were a little bit more limited in terms of mobility, but I think just like being able to go with like, people a little closer to my age where we can like hike for a day, like up a
Mhm.
mountain or like around Jordan Lake, which is this beautiful, pristine lake.
Yeah.
Would have been really
Yeah,
interesting.
for sure.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of nature, I guess I'll talk a little bit about my little family trip as well.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess like so for a little bit of a background, I'm originally from New England. I grew up in Rhode Island, but yeah, recently, I guess you can kind of see from my background, I'm in a hotel room. My family decided to take a little trip to Las Vegas, Utah, and Arizona.
Oh my God.
So three states in one. It's a
That's
little
not
bit
a little
crazy.
trip. That's
It's
amazing.
not. Yeah, we say that, but we're mostly based here in like Las Vegas because yeah, the credit card points really, give us the best of the hotels. We're currently staying in Palazzo, on this Las Vegas Strip, but my dad rented a car and he took us around to, I think, like the Hoover Dam. And what was really crazy about that was it literally sits on the border between like Nevada and Arizona, and you can walk across the bridge. I guess like yeah, between states. It's kind of one of those
Yeah.
like, oh, like I'm literally in between the two states, and you can like take a picture and be like, haha.
Mhm. Wow.
So yeah, that was super crazy to see because I think I've only heard of it like and seen it in pictures, but I've never been there in person. But the scale is like insane. Like it is so massive, and you just feel like a little tiny ant, just like in this massive like civil engineering marvel.
Wow.
And it's kind of crazy. Like there, you could see like the different ways that it was constructed. There were different cables that would attach like both sides, like massive concrete like stones, like arches, and then
Mhm.
until like the very final like keystone is like placed in the middle, that was when like all the other cables could be released. So it was really interesting to see because how it was constructed. And yeah,
Wow.
climate is also very different, I would say. Like even though it's like a lot colder, and as New England is like getting a lot colder, it's super warm and dry. It's like almost like 90 degrees like every single day
Oh
that
my
I'm here.
gosh.
But it doesn't feel as hot because there's no humidity. So whenever you're in the shade, it's like super cool. You're almost freezing, even though it's like 90 degrees outside. But so
Oh,
long as you're
interesting.
not exposed to direct sunlight, it's like super like the difference between being in the sun and out of the sun is like super stark.
Wow.
So,
Interesting.
yeah. Um, where else? We also went to Zion National Park.
Oh my gosh. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
it was kind of insane because of the government shutdown, I don't think, okay, don't like, nobody come at me, but we
Hmm.
didn't end up paying any tolls because there was no one staffing like the
Oh,
gates, which
oh,
I thought was
interesting.
really interesting. So yeah, like we were able to just drive like right through the canyons and see kind of the mesa. It genuinely felt like I was in Minecraft. Like I was like, oh my
Wow. Wow,
God.
wow, wow. Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
mesa biome in Minecraft, like a bunch of
Yeah.
cactuses and just like dry red clay and rock. And it was super colorful and beautiful to just look at.
Is it the location of the Grand Canyon?
No, okay, so the Grand Canyon is in Arizona, but
Okay, I'm
Zion,
bad at geography.
no, you're good. Zion is in Utah, but because like Las Vegas and Arizona and Utah like are kind of they intersect. It's all
Okay.
basically it feels the same. So yeah, the climate is like, the same. The only difference is when we drove from, I guess like Las Vegas to the Utah border, there was like a 1 hour time difference. And it's
Mm.
like it was so crazy because we looked at our phones and we were like, oh my God, we literally like skipped ahead like 1 hour in time. Like what is
Wow,
going
wow, wow.
on? Um, so yeah, that was pretty interesting. Unfortunately, we did not get to hike as much because my grandma is limited in her mobility.
Mm.
So we ended up just driving mostly through the canyons, but there was a lot of opportunities to take nice pictures
Yeah.
as we were driving through. And yeah, there was like a really long, like dark tunnel in the like that was literally just I guess like drilled it right into the canyons. So as we were
Mm.
like driving through there, we were like, oh my God, like why is it so dark and when is this going to end? And I remember this moment where my dad was like, oh, it's like we'll eventually see the light at the end of the tunnel, don't worry. And then like 2 seconds later, like the end of the tunnel emerges and we were like, oh my God. Like um yeah, he called it right then and there. So
That sounds like a lot of driving. Do you guys plan it out in advance, or do you guys kind of like free kind of
yeah, it was
free-handed?
very
Yeah.
It was very flexible and unstructured in terms of our time. We just had a rental car like since the very beginning, so we could decide to go pretty much whenever we wanted.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, apparently there's also really nice hot springs in Zion. So we went to, I guess yeah, like the hot springs. We took a little bath, and it
Oh,
smells like
wow.
rotten eggs because there's a
Oh,
lot of sulfur.
sulfur.
But yeah, it was awesome. But yeah, the weather, it was also a really interesting time to be, I guess, like in the mountain zone slash like the canyons, because
Hmm.
yeah, it's it's been stormy and raining and also sunny at the same time. It's like really
Mm.
weird. Apparently it only rains 26 days out of the year in
Wow.
this region of America. And yeah, just the diversity and climate of this country is like insane because I don't know, when I'm in like back home in Rhode Island, it just feels like, oh, like four seasons and, you know,
Mm.
apples and trees and autumn. And I come here and I'm like, oh my God, like what is happening?
Yeah, that's cool. That is so cool.
Yeah.
Ah,
So
sounds like an amazing trip. How many days do you have left?
we're leaving tonight.
Oh,
So we just
okay.
have the rest of the day to, I guess, enjoy our time here.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah.
mean, that's amazing. That sounds like a really fun little impromptu trip.
Mhm,
It's so nice that you're able to like take some time and do all that stuff. Yeah,
for sure.
with
Yeah.
family.
Definitely. And definitely pack moisturizer if you ever come to Nevada or
Oh my
Utah or
gosh. Yeah,
Arizona,
I'll bet.
because
Very dry.
it's so dry. Like my skin started peeling off. I had like minor nosebleeds, which I
Oh,
wasn't
no.
expecting. Even though it's like super hot, like you would never expect to get nosebleeds, but it
Mm,
happens.
yeah.
And yeah, definitely pack conditioner as well because my hair has been like super dry and brittle. It takes a few days to
I
adjust.
see.
Yeah.
I see.
Hmm. Yeah. What a time. I love that we both got to have our little family trips.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure.
mhm.
Okay, how do you deal with the hotel? Do you have your own hotel room?
No, we have a suite with two full-size beds. So
Nice.
I just kind of like sleep in the same bed as my family. and it
Okay.
works out. So
Yeah,
it's also
I had to share like a room with my mom because we went with the slightly less expensive option. And
yeah,
I couldn't do it. The second night I was like, I'm sorry, I gotta get my own separate room because like I don't know, I realize I'm a very light sleeper
yeah,
and I need my own separate room, and if it means paying $200, like I guess I'll just have to do it.
yeah,
But yeah, like a note for myself is like I gotta, if not anything, at least plan out to have like a separate room because I really need my own like space for sleep.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that that is definitely one of the main challenges of sleeping in the same room with my family because I guess everyone snores very loudly and it is difficult to fall asleep when I guess
Yes.
our circadian rhythms are not in sync. So
Yes.
there are benefits to having separate rooms, but I guess as long as you have earplugs, it's not as big of a deal. But
Oh, does earplugs help?
yeah, definitely. Um,
Yeah.
especially when my dad is like snoring like a pig or
Oh yeah, that's
uh
tough. That's tough.
yeah, yeah. No, but it's super funny because like you when you pay enough attention, it's like my dad will snore at a very specific rhythm and then my mom will also snore at a specific like rhythm and also my grandma would like snore at another rhythm as well. And it's like a snoring concert, if you will.
Oh my God, is that in our futures?
Yeah, maybe.
Do you snore? Do you know if
I
you snore?
do. I do. I had one friend who caught me napping and snoring really loudly, and he sent me a recording of it, and I was mortified to say the least.
That's
But
hilarious.
yeah.
I don't think I do, but I suspect I might sometimes.
Mhm.
I got to get one of those, but I feel like it's a sign of like you need to, I don't know, work with a doctor to fix your breathing because I feel like it's not
Yeah.
healthy to do that.
Yeah. One thing you can try is you can like just go on your voice memos app and just tap the record button and then just like fall asleep, and you will notice periods of
Mm,
whether or not you snore. But
yeah,
yeah. I Another fascinating discovery from doing so is, I guess, my tendency to mumble during my sleep, and I can't
yeah,
really pick out what I'm trying to say when I'm unconscious, and it's really crazy to listen to. So maybe you'll catch some of that as well if you decide to try
yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah. That and
Um,
like also, I mean, well, some people even sleepwalk, which is like crazy to me
yeah, yeah,
because I feel like that's, your body's supposed to like shut down.
mhm, yeah,
So it's fascinating that some people's bodies just like are able to, I don't know, have that mechanism, that important mechanism not work. But
yeah,
anyways,
yeah, um, yeah. But on the topic of crazy things we do in our sleep, I know some people who will take out their retainers unconsciously and throw it across the room and then
oh
wake
my
up like
God.
not being able to find it.
Gross. I hope it doesn't land somewhere gross.
Yeah,
Where?
right. But anyway,
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
yeah, what a what a time. Sleep is so crazy though. But
It
yeah.
is. It is. It's important to get good sleep. I mean,
Mhm,
that's one thing I learned in life is that like being able to sleep is like is like such a luxury, and it's sleep hygiene is like such an important thing to maintain. Ugh,
mhm. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely need tips on how to maintain a good sleep hygiene.
Yeah. Same here. Um, Yeah, I guess that's another topic for our next episode. Sleep hygiene.
I do think there is an industry of sleep coaching that
Mm,
I think is like important to is like an important and valuable uh thing for a lot of people, I would say.
mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um so maybe that's something that we can talk about in a future episode.
Mhm.
I think we're at time. Do you think should conclude our convo and pick it back up next week?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you so much, guys, for listening
Thank you
to
for listening, watching.
watching our little yap sesh. If you're listening to this from Spotify, hopefully, I don't know this. could help you sleep as well. If that is something that you use this for.
Let us know if you want us to talk more about sleep and
Yeah,
how to maintain good sleep hygiene. Maybe that's something we'll do for next week.
for sure. But yeah, like, comment, and subscribe. And we hope to see you in our next episode of Unscripted with Mikey and Dan.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.